Manipulations in relationship can be a significant issue, leading to unhealthy dynamics and emotional distress. Why it is essential to recognize that both men and women can engage in manipulative behaviors. This guide will focus on 10 manipulative traits that some women might use to control you, to control men. Understanding these tactics can help individuals identify and address manipulation, fostering healthier and more respectful relationships. Welcome to Nekky Douglas. Here we focus on helping you cultivate healthy relationships and unlock your full potential. Whether you're navigating romantic connections, friendship, or family dynamics, our advice and practical tips are designed to guide you every step of the way. We also dive into self-development strategies, offering insights to boost your confidence, improve communication, and foster personal growth. Join our supportive community for inspiring stories, actionable advice, and transformative insight. Subscribe now and start your journey towards stronger relationships and a better you. Let's grow together, one step at a time. So my lovely people, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all those good stuff. So in today's video, we are going to discuss manipulative tricks women use to control you men. Yeah, to control you. If you are a man and you are not aware of these tricks, you are actually on the palm of a woman without you knowing it. They are very simple things. Some of you see them as nothing, but if the woman uses them often, it will be hard to get them out of them, to get these things out of that woman. However, we provide you with some common tricks that she is using to control or manipulate you. If you are watching this video right now, you might be experiencing that in your relationship. Let us know if you have been experiencing this kind of tricks that we are about to let you know. Number 1, emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation involves using emotions to control or influence you. This can include guilt tripping, playing the victim, or using tears or emotional outbursts to get what they want. Example of what they can do is making a man feel guilty for not doing something she wants by highlighting how much she has done for him, or how he is letting her down. When a woman is always reciting to you, upon all the things I have done for you, upon all the things I have put in this relationship, you are not doing this, you are not doing that. She is using that emotional tricks, emotional manipulations on you. Another example of this emotional manipulation is playing a victim, portraying herself as a victim in situations to gain sympathy, or sometimes they use it to shift blame to somebody else, to you. Sometimes women use tears and outbursts. Yes, using tears or emotional outbursts to disarm a man, making him feel responsible for her emotional state. They will always shift the blame. They will always tell you, they will always make you to be the person that is responsible for their cry, for their outburst, for their pain. And this emotional manipulation can lead to feeling of confusion, guilt, and helplessness. It undermines trust and can erode a man's self-esteem as time goes on. And the second manipulation trick is isolation. Isolation involves separating a person from their support network of friendship, family, and other social connections. The manipulator, which is the woman in your life, does this to ensure that the person becomes more dependent on them. And something they do with this isolation is criticizing friends and family. Constant criticizing or bad-mouthing a man's friends and family to create distance. They want to create distance between you and those your family and friends so that you will be with them. And by so doing, they are in charge, controlling you on who to be friends to or not to be friends to. that if a woman is using it on you, you might end up not having good friends. And another example of this isolation is demanding for your time. When a woman is insisting that you spend all your free time with her, leaving little room for other relationships like family and friends, the woman is controlling you and manipulating you with this trick. And another example of this isolation tricks is creating drama, causing conflicts whenever you try to spend time with others, making you choose between her and the social life. And this kind of isolation can lead to loneliness and increased dependency on the manipulator, on this woman that is manipulating you. It restricts the man's access to external perspectives and support, making it harder for you as a man to recognize that this lady is manipulating you. They keep you isolated from social life, from friends, from families, for a lot of people, for a lot of things. And the person, this manipulator, always wants to be with you. And number 3, using sex as a weapon. This tactic involves using sex or the withholding of sex to manipulate a man's behavior. This can create a power imbalance where sex becomes a tool for control rather than an expression of intimacy. And one of the examples of using sex as a weapon is withholding sex. That is refusing you to have sex with her, and that is, she uses it as a punishment for not complying to her wishes. Maybe there's something she asked of you and you never did it, you never cared to do it, you've never shown any concern. She's going to close the legs and withhold it so that you comply to her wishes. And another thing she also does is conditional intimacy, offering sex only when you agree to do something she wants. If you're in that kind of relationship, a woman controls you with sex, uses sex as a weapon, that your woman is a manipulator, is using it to manipulate you so that you can fall into what she wants. And number 4, financial control. Financial control involves manipulating someone's access to money and financial resources. This can make the person financially dependent on the manipulator. If your wife is the one that controls the finance, tell you what to spend and what not to spend, my dear, you are in the hands of a manipulator. One of the examples of this financial control is controlling finances, insisting on controlling all financial decisions and money management. Only determines what the money is going to be used for. You don't have a say in your financial expenses. This is the life of a manipulator. If you have this kind of woman in your life, the woman is manipulating you and controlling you. And another example of this financial control also is debt and obligations. Creating financial obligations or debt that make you feel indebted or financially trapped. And this financial control can lead to financial dependency, loss of financial autonomy, and significant stress and anxiety related to money. It can also hinder the man's ability to leave the responsibility if he wishes to do. Because the man do not have right over his own money. He does not have right on how to spend his own money. He only have right to make the money, but the woman has the right to say how the money is going to be spent. You are in the hand of a manipulator. Don't take it as love. And number 5, gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation when the manipulator makes the victim doubt their reality, memory, or even perceptions. This can cause confusion, self-doubt, and a loss of confidence. Example of this kind of things that they do to gaslight you is denying events, insisting that certain events or conversations never happened. When it happened, they will tell you it never happened. Another example about this gaslighting is contradicting facts, providing false information to make you doubt your memory or perception. Women, we can put you people in the kind of place that you'll be imagining if you are very okay. And if you have somebody like this, please know that the person is a manipulator. And also questioning your sanity. suggesting that you is overreacting, paranoid, or imagining things. And this gaslighting can severely damage a man's mental health, leading to chronic anxiety, depression, or a sense of isolation. It undermines his confidence and makes him increasingly reliant on the manipulator for a sense of reality. And number 6, playing hot and cold at the same time. This tactic involves alternating between affection and withdrawal to keep the man off balance and independent. This unpredictability creates a sense of instability and anxiety. Example of this kind of playing cold and hot at the same time is sudden affection, showering you with love and affection unexpectedly, and also withdrawal, pulling away emotionally and physically without explanation. You see them, they are happy. Now, the next minute they are not happy. The next minute they are hot, they want you. The next minute they don't want you. And they also have these mixed signals, sending conflicting messages about her feelings and intentions. They feel cold, they feel hot at the same time, trying to manipulate you so that you don't understand what is actually going on. Playing hot or cold can lead to emotional instability and confusion. The man might become preoccupied with pleasing her and regaining her affection, leading to increased dependency and anxiety. Women, we are actually in control. We are actually in control in the of things about men. Please don't allow women to manipulate you. Don't allow women to control you. You are a man, be the man and be the head. And number 7, ultimatum and threats. This is another trait they use. This is another manipulative trait that they use. Ultimatum and threats involve using extreme consequences to force compliance. This can be explicit threats or subtle suggestions of negative outcomes if it does not conform to her wishes. For example of this kind of ultimatums and threat is threatening to leave, threatening to end the relationship if the man doesn't do what she wants. And they give you ultimatum, giving you a choice between two undesirable outcomes to force a decision. They want you to make a decision. They threaten you that they want to leave you because your life depends on them, is it not? Why would a woman threaten to leave you if you are actually the man? You did not commit any offense, you didn't do anything, and the woman is always threatening to leave you. That means the woman have already seen that you can never live without her. Unless there is something that is going on in their relationship or in her life, she doesn't want to live with you again, she doesn't want you again, or you committed an offense, then it's understandable. You don't allow a woman to threaten you and give you ultimatum. That is not right. If she threatens to leave, for what reason is she leaving? If it's your fault, then you have to try to amend it. But if it is not your fault, don't bother about it, because that is a manipulative trick that he's using on you. And they also use emotional blackmail when they are trying to threaten you or giving you ultimatum, suggesting to you that they are going to harm themselves or harm others if you do not comply to what they want. Those things are manipulative characters, manipulative tricks that they use on you. They will not harm themselves. Even if they do harm themselves, they will bear the consequences. Or they will not harm somebody. They will tell you, if you don't do this, I'm going to harm our child, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Those things are manipulative tricks that they are using to control you. And this ultimatum and threats create a sense of fear and urgency, making the man feel trapped and powerless. It can lead to compliance out of fear rather than genuine agreement or desire. This is what they want to achieve, to make you get trapped and become powerless. When they have given you that threat, you have to succumb. Giving you ultimatum, you have to succumb to it and do what they want. That is a control freak. They control you and they use this manipulative trick to be the one that is controlling you, be in charge. Don't give that woman that right of giving you ultimatum and threatening you so that you will comply to whatever she wants you to do. And number 8. Overbearing jealousy. Overbearing jealousy involves excessive and unreasonable jealousy, often leading to controlling and possessive character. This can include constant accusations and demand for reassurance. Example of this kind of overbearing jealousy is accusation of cheating. They frequently accuse you of infidelity without evidence. They will accuse you without evidence just to control you or manipulate you or for you to explain yourself. And also in this overbearing jealousy, they try to monitor your behavior, insisting on knowing your whereabouts or activities at all times. When your woman is always asking you your whereabouts, where you go, checking your phones, trying to know what is going on in your life, when to leave to work, when to come back. And another example of this overbearing jealousy is restricting interactions, limiting your interactions with other women, even in professional or platonic contents. Relationship with even your co-workers. They want to know what is going on in your office, who you talk to in your office. If you're going with her on the road, you greet somebody, you have to explain, tire about the person that you greeted. This is an overbearing jealousy. And number 9, infantilization. Infantilization involves treating a man as if he is incapable of making decisions, like an infant that cannot speak for himself, that cannot do things, or taking care of himself. This tactic undermines your autonomy and independence. An example of this kind of manipulative tactics is decision making. She makes decisions for you without your input or consent. She also micromanage you, controlling aspects of your daily life, such as your diet, your clothes, and schedules. Those things are good for a partner to do. But when it is overbearing, when it is becoming so much that the man cannot even decide for himself, that is a manipulative tactic, because he's using it to treat you like you are an infant that cannot even do things for yourself. And women, being the manipulator, they undermines your confidence, constantly questioning your judgments and abilities. And this kind of infantilization can erode a man's self-confidence and sense of autonomy. It creates a dynamic where he feels dependent on the manipulator, which is the woman, for guidance and for validation. If she says no, no is no. You have to take it. If she says yes, then you have to continue. If the woman says no, you don't have anything to say. You don't have anything to do. You cannot say, yes, I'm going to do it. That she will conclude on every decision made in the family. She's actually a manipulator. She's a manipulator. Don't allow it. And number 10 manipulative tricks that a woman uses to control men, which is our last point here, is love bombing and withdrawal. Love bombing involves overwhelming a person with affection and attention to gain control. Once the person is dependent on this attention, the manipulator then withdraws it to create insecurity and dependency. An example of this love bombing is excessive affection, bombarding you with love, compliments, and gifts early in the relationship. If you're that kind of person that you get tripped when a woman gives you gifts, especially when you're starting a relationship, she always showers you with gifts and all those things. She is using them to manipulate you. It's good to receive gift, but don't stick on that gift as a way that she will use to manipulate you. You don't have to fall for gift. You don't have to fall for such affections. You are a man. You stick to your standard. You stick to your demand. You stick to being the man that you are. And not every gift that a woman gives you, especially when you are starting the relationship, that you have to collect, because that might be a love bombing. It's a manipulative trick to bring you into her life, and then she's going to finish you by controlling your whole life. And while the person has getting that attention by giving you all those things, then she suddenly withdraws, pulling out affections and attention without explanation. And by so doing, they create dependency. That is encouraging emotional dependency through intense and intermittent affection. And this love bombing followed by withdrawal can lead to emotional highs and lows, creating a cycle of dependency and insecurity. This man might constantly seek to regain the initial affection, making him more susceptible to manipulation. Balanced and consistent affection is vital for emotional stability. Do not allow women to manipulate you with this kind of love bombing. Nothing lasts forever. If she bombards you with that love, it will going to stop. It's going to be withdrawn. It's going to reduce. So don't fall for it. In conclusion, manipulative behavior in relationships is harmful and can lead to significant emotional and psychological distress. Recognizing these tactics is the first step towards addressing and mitigating their impact. If you find yourself in a relationship where these manipulative tricks are being used, consider following these steps. These things I'm going to tell you now. If you have noticed this in your relationship, follow these things I'm going to be pointing out now. Number 1, self-reflection. Reflect on the behavior and their impact on your well-being. Number 2, open communication. Having an honest conversation with your partner about the behavior and how they affect you. Number 3, set boundaries. Establish and enforce healthy boundaries to protect your autonomy and your well-being. And number 4, seek for support. Reach out to friends, families, or a therapist for support and guidance. And number 5, evaluate your relationship. Assess whether the relationship is healthy and whether both partners are willing to work towards positive change. These are the things you have to consider, because healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and open communication. If manipulative behaviors persist despite efforts to address them, it may be necessary to consider ending the relationship to prioritize your mental and emotional health. These are the things you have to do as a man. If your woman is using these tricks on you, consider all these 5 points I have listed. If it did not work, then it is not meant to be. So our amazing friends, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe with your notification bell turned on, because we have more videos of this kind coming your way. Thanks for watching, and always remain blessed.